And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ESENtaxa this Friday, 1st September 2023. I'm here just to reply you to your questions. If any of you guys wants to ask something. In this live, I will just briefly introduce that concept of how to use your company, your foreign company in Italy. It's something that will be extremely important to know, and because a lot of clients actually are asking us, how can I register my foreign company in the Italian territory, because I want to run my business also in Italy using my existing company, my foreign company. And also we have the situation where clients are asking, how can I use my foreign company to make investments in Italy, such as purchase of properties, purchase share of other companies, or other kind of investments. So in this regard, we are releasing a new video course in which you will see how this is possible, how you can configure your foreign entity legally in Italy, and how you can run your business in the Italian territory. How can you register your foreign company and acquire the business number, which is the VAT number? When is the case of doing it, and when is the case you don't have to do it, such as you have just your office in Italy that represents your company, just your brand, and just want to explore if Italy is a good market for you or not, then it does not need to register any business in Italy. You can use your foreign company that just represents you in Italy just for the time being. You testing the market and see if there is enough field to run your business. Instead, if you want to run your business in the Italian territory, then you have to register your foreign company as an Italian one. So you have to pick up the registration for the VAT, the Italian VAT, and actually fulfill all the bureaucracy steps to register your company. And at the top of it, pay taxes only for the income generated in Italy. If you're in, of course, if your company is not taxed worldwide in Italy, it's taxed in your country of origin. This is something that needs to be checked also carefully, case by case, and verify if your company fulfill the requirement of the place of effective management, which means if it's abroad, your foreign company is worldwide taxed abroad in the country from where it's being incorporated, and your company will pay only corporate tax on the income generated in the Italian territory. I'm just broadly talking about specific scenarios. So the course, it's all about this. Also, we are going to explain you also how to register your company with the tax code in case you don't want to run a business, but you just want to invest in Italy. And then we are going to explain you step by step which are the modules that you have to download in order to basically register your company with the tax code. So how the Italian tax agencies can give you the tax code to your foreign company. Okay, classical example, when you want to purchase a property. We also explain you what's the difference of purchasing a property with an Italian company versus being an individual. So there are different types of taxation. There are advantages and disadvantages in one of the cases. So we also have an explanation, and we compare both situations, so you can realize what is the taxation more favorable or less favorable for you. We had clients in the past where they would like to purchase property in Italy with their foreign company just because in their country of origin it's more favorable, this operation. Doesn't mean that in Italy it's the same thing to do. If you just want to own a house and receive the rental income, in Italy sometimes it's more convenient being the direct owner of the property, because you have some flat taxes that you can exploit, while within an entity you only have the RPF taxation. You see, there are some differences that needs to be evaluated and carefully balanced. And finally, it's the case where you don't operate in Italy as a business, but you are selling goods in Italy, such as the classical example is the e-commerce, when you sell directly or indirectly through digital product or physical products. And that the case where if you pass a certain threshold in the European Union, you have to register with the VAT number in the country where you are actually selling your product. And this is, of course, the case of Italy as well. So if you're running your e-commerce business or drop shipping business or any other similar business, you have to register yourself either in Italy or in one of the 27 European countries, which is connected to the MOS system, which is basically a connected system among the 27 countries in Europe that allows you to sell products in all European Union. And this centralized database will basically give the VAT, the amount of VAT to the country where you actually are selling your goods. So this is a brand new system. And the threshold is actually, in general cases, is 10,000 euros. So if you pass this threshold, you have to start considering be registering this European Union database. So these are the classical cases. We are going to explain you how it works. We are going to explain you also what is the technical procedure, what is the module that you have to download and fulfill, how is the procedure to get back this VAT position, business registration number, or alternatively, the tax code. So in this way, you have a clear idea of how it works. You can basically make your choice carefully, and then you can also ask us a consultation. We can also guide you through your decisions and help you in case you have some doubts, if you have some clarification, or we can together explore more scenarios that you didn't take into account by yourself. This is what we do in ESENtaxa. We are going to release more and more video courses. This is our plan, just to give you something that normally accountants are not willing to do. So release more information for a specific topic to resolve a specific problem. And at the same time, we operate in the field of consultancies. And soon you will see in our website, www.esentaxa.com, we are going to release our accountability fee. We are going to provide you a new innovative approach to help clients. We are not going to be the ordinary accountants that basically you see once per year when there will be the tax file return before the deadline. We are going to assist you on monthly basis, wherever is your business, wherever is your type of professional, either an employee or a self-employed. Which means that even if you're an employee, we are going to follow you for the entire year, because you either as an employee, for example, in Italy, you can optimize your taxes on monthly basis. A lot of people are not aware about these things. So we are basically thinking that a client that has to be followed since the beginning throughout the tax year, and then we can accommodate, adjust, or tax optimize certain things right before the 31st of December. The 100% of accountants, what they do, they call you after the end of the tax year, and you can basically cannot do anything. You cannot change anything else anymore because the tax year is gone. And the only thing you can do to not make the same mistakes for the following year. So that's the concept. This will work for an employee as an impatriate regime, freelancer with a forfait regime, freelancer with an impatriate regime, ordinary freelancer with no other regime at all, or if you want to open a company in Italy, or if you want to understand exactly in which city in Italy you want to open your company, because this also might change your tax situation in certain cases. We have already the first question. Let's see. Rachel is asking us, will you talk about vacation property rental? I'm a Canadian and I plan to open a bed and breakfast in Italy. Yes, we have in our channel, let's say, well-explained video in which we talk about how to open a bed and breakfast in Italy, but mostly what are the type of activity you can have with this bed and breakfast activity, which means you want to run the bed and breakfast as an individual, as a semi-professional, or full professional. So there are 3 categories, and based on the categories, you can have a different type of taxation and different type of structure. For example, if you are an individual that wants to use your own property in which you are living in, you have just some spare rooms, you want to rent out your spare rooms, it's one thing, you know. Otherwise, if you want to operate as a full business under the bed and breakfast, then you have to open a VAT position. You are considered a self-employed, and or in bigger cases, in other cases, you can also open an entity, which is in Italy the SRL. The fact that you are Canadian is not a problem. There are no restrictions for foreigners. A lot of you guys are following us from US. In Italy, there is when we talk about the tax residence, as this has nothing to do with the citizenship. If you become Italian because of your descent or Italian, nothing will change in terms of taxes. Italy tax you in terms of tax residency. So if you pass 183 days, or if you have ties with the country, etc., etc., etc. There is no restriction for foreigners. If you can purchase a property in Italy, unless Italy doesn't have an agreement with your country, or if your country restricts to Italians to purchase property. For example, if Canada, but just an example, if Canada restricts the purchase of property towards Italians, then Italy will do the same for Canadians. So it works this kind of agreement. But I don't think this is in place. So basically, everybody can purchase a property in Italy, because there are no countries that are putting restriction against Italians. So that's not a problem. And about the rental, there are several ways to rent your property in Italy. Under the bed and breakfast activity, you can rent out to students. You can rent out in short terms, only 30 days, which might be a sort of mixture between tourist rental and ordinary rental. Then you have 1 year rental, 3 plus 3 rental, etc., based on the contract. And yeah, so this is, I think, it's all for the rental and bed and breakfast. If there are other questions, I'm available. Take the chance. Are for free, don't worry. I just want to remind you that in the description below the video, you will have the link to our video courses, the one already published, which is the full eligibility test for the unwanted regime, to pay almost zero taxes in certain cases, especially in the south of Italy. Or if you want to know all about the Italian tax system, you're not interested only in unwanted regime, but also in purchase a property, investing, or bringing your family with you, etc., etc. So there are a full course that basically allows you to understand and change your mindset, because the country from which you're coming, it basically has a different tax system, different tax structure. And when you change country, it's always recommendable to learn how the new country operates in terms of taxes, how the new country treats the taxpayers. And there are different concepts, different tax brackets, different way, different behaviors, etc., etc., etc. So that's the reason why having a course allows you to understand everything. And once you will have your accountant in Italy, you will be able to have a grown-up level conversation with him, and not just wasting time just because he needs to start from scratch with you, because he needs to explain you the basic concept, not because you have already the course that allows you to be more acknowledged on this aspect. And I think if there is nothing else, if there are no questions, guys, I can close the live for today. We're trying to do the live every week, so take the chance, have a look in our channel, subscribe to the channel, and keep in mind that on weekly basis, Fausto and I will provide live in which you can actually ask any kind of questions, and we are here to reply you back. We have just the last questions. Okay, is the representative office approach a sensible approach for one who has company in US but intends to live in Italy? Hey, this is a good question. It depends. Depends on the situation. I can give you an example. If you are the only owner of a company and you're moving to Italy and you become Italian tax resident, and this company operates online, actually you as a person, you are the place of effective management of this company. Okay, and even if this company is incorporated in US or in any other country, countries abroad, the company can be requalified from the Italian tax authority as an Italian one. Okay, because the place of effective management is you as a person. On the other hand, if your company abroad has a business, have a substantial economical, physical business in a specific place, a shop or an office, then even though you are Italian tax resident, your company is still foreign one, because the place of effective management, the administrators, the office, the business, it's run abroad, because it has to be abroad. And even though the company has a representative office in Italy, this is not a problem, because even though you're in Italy and you basically you're not only the 100% owner or shareholder of this company, but you have also other shareholders, and you have a real business abroad, and this company just want to explore the Italian market, is absolutely no problem. So you see, there are differences. Those are the two opposite scenarios. The scenario doesn't work and the scenario that works. And of course, we have to see if you are in the middle, if you are in the gray area, and let's see if basically you manage to stay in a situation that you are bulletproof against the Italian tax agency. Okay, guys, thank you very much for today. And see you to the next live for the next week. Have a nice evening and have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.